Welcome back, everyone. It's Rich Rise again. I am here to talk about the 2022 NFL Draft and how and why the Jets absolutely murdered it. All right, so first off, I'm going to start by explaining my stance prior to the draft, what I wanted the Jets to do. I was really hoping the Jets would draft Kayvon Thibodeau. I completely agree with Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas. I want to build the team through the trenches first. Trenches out. So I was not for drafting a corner, number 4 overall. We've needed an edge rusher for, I think, over 15 years now. I wanted Kayvon Thibodeau. He was going to be the number 1 overall prospect in the draft before the end of the college season, and I really wanted him. After seeing Sauce Gardner's press conference with Garrett Wilson and Jermaine Johnson, my God, I am so fucking excited. I am beyond excited. This kid has such a great head on his shoulders. He exudes confidence. He exudes hard work ethic. I think he's going to be an instant captain. I think he's going to hold guys accountable. I think he's what we wanted Jamal Adams to be when he really wasn't that leader. Jamal Adams is a diva. I can't stand the guy. I like to look at his Instagram. The dude is he's just so full of himself. He's such a fake captain, fake little crybaby. All right, I'll stop complaining about Jamal Adams. Sauce is the complete opposite. He's a real leader. He's going to work hard. You know, he's going to put the team first. He does not seem like a me player at all. He seems like a perfect guy to be a captain and a team leader for a long time on this team. I fucking love the pick. And now we have a lot of talent at corner. And you know what? I didn't think we needed that because we're running primarily a zone dependent system on defense. But it's true. On third down, we want to be able to run man so that we can cover receivers and stop them from getting first downs, which teams have been very good about doing, getting first downs on third down. And I think Sauce is going to help stop that. I would really like to see Bryce Hall move to CB2. I really like Bryce Hall. And then I'd like to see DJ Reed play in the slot. I think he's 5'9", something like that. He's a small guy. I think he can play outside, but I kind of like the idea of putting him in the slot. Let me know what you guys think about that. How do you feel about that? Moving on to the next pick, Garrett Wilson. I was so pro drafting a receiver at 10. I really didn't want to wait on it. I was afraid of trading back. I did not want to wait until the second round. We've seen so many good receivers come out of the second round. I totally understand the argument for it. But receiver is a premium position, and we're seeing it now more than ever with the contracts, the ridiculous contracts that are being doled out for receivers right now. It is a premium position. We may have got the number 1 receiver in this draft class. A lot of fans didn't think that the value was there at 10 for a receiver. I just don't know who you're drafting over a receiver at a position that actually really matters. I mean, other than Jermaine Johnson, who we got at 26, which is the steal of the draft. I love Garrett Wilson. If we came out of this draft without a number 1 receiver, a legit number 1 receiver prospect, I think we would have failed the draft. I think I'm sick of seeing quarterbacks fail on this team. I'm sick of quarterbacks busting on this team. We need to get our guy a real number 1 receiver. Another receiver isn't what he needs, okay? He doesn't need another receiver. He doesn't need a Denzel Mims. He doesn't need a number 2 receiver. He needs a number 1 receiver. I love Elijah Moore. I'm so fucking amped about Elijah Moore. He might be my favorite player on the team other than Zach Wilson. Now I have a lot of favorite players, but Garrett Wilson is a big deal, and Zach Wilson needs a number 1 receiver prospect on this team to succeed. If he busts, if he fails, the rest of the team, nothing matters because he fails. We needed to get him a number 1 receiver. We didn't trade for one. We drafted one. I love it. I'm so excited for Garrett Wilson. The guy can run routes. He's explosive, athletic. He's shifty, tough to cover, crazy change of direction skills. He can catch. He can go up and catch the ball. He's got good hands. I've heard questions about his deep threat ability, but you know what? The kid can play football. I'm so excited. And he seems like a good kid, too, with a good head on his shoulders. Not the same level as Sauce, because that dude's an animal. He's built different. But very good nonetheless. Now, moving on to our last pick of the first round, not the third round, Jermaine Johnson. I couldn't believe that he fell to 26 and that we got him. I didn't like the Sauce pick. It had nothing to do with Sauce. It had to do with our need for an edge rusher. The team is built to get pressure on the quarterback, and then the rest of the defense follows that. So when he passed up on Kayvon Thibodeau, who, by the way, I'm a huge fan of, I was upset. Now, once we traded up to get Jermaine Johnson, I think we got an A+ for the draft at that point. I think that was robbery. I'm worried that Joe Douglas is going to get arrested for robbery, for stealing. It's insane to me that he fell that far. I think the dude's got insane talent. Go watch Robert Saleh's press conference about Jermaine Johnson. You're going to hear him rattle off all the things he loves about him. Like that. Boom, 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 boom. Like AK-47 rounds just flying at you. You just go through it like that. The dude's so excited for Jermaine Johnson. He knows how to use him. He fits the scheme perfectly. Saleh's words, man, you guys should be fucking stoked for this pick. That was a big, big, big move. And guess what? Guess what we gave up? We gave up our third-round pick, and we got a third-round pick back for it. We moved back in the third and gave up a 5 to get a top 8 player on our board at one of the most important positions in football and the most important position on defense on our team. You gotta love it. I can't say enough good things about it. It's gonna be so much fun to follow Jermaine Johnson. And then on top of that, the guy wanted to play here so badly. This was his number one destination that he wanted to come play for. He told Joe Douglas to come get him. We came and got him, man. I'm so fucking stoked. He's stoked to be here. I'm stoked to have him here. I'm stoked to have players that want to play here. And we have him on a 5th-year option if we want it, which I think we're going to want. So, amazing, 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 amazing. We're going to get in the second and third rounds on the next video. But before we get into that, I just want to say, for the fans that were upset about Jeremy Ruckert, who said that we don't really need a tight end, we already signed 2 tight ends. Listen, guys, I hear it. But what you guys got to understand is the finances and the cap situation. Tight ends take some time to transition in the league. They don't usually come in and start right away. It takes a couple years. So by getting Jeremy Ruckert in the third round, we have a guy with legitimate potential, legitimate talent that can develop and grow for a couple years while we have our tight ends. If they have any injuries, maybe he can come in and play. And if we don't have any injuries, if they underperform or if a couple years we want to get rid of them, save some money, well, we're probably going to have a guy that's ready to go because he's been on the team. He knows the system. He's been developing in our system on our team for a couple years. That's the ideal scenario, and that's the ideal scenario for Zach Wilson. So I love that pick. I think you guys should be excited. Breece Hall, I was personally less excited for. I'm not a running back guy. You'll get to know more about that going forward. But as for now, I'm going to cut this video short. We're going to get into the other picks. I just want to give a first-round recap. You Jets fans, I got news for you. Now is the best time to be a Jets fan. You should be excited. Not only did we kill the draft, not only do we have a lot of talent on this team, a lot of young talent that we haven't had before, but our front office and coaching staff are so in sync. They're so enthusiastic. That energy is contagious. It's going to rub off on the players. Players are going to want to play here more than they have in a very, very long time. We surrounded Zach Wilson with the tools, and I'm telling you, man, Joe Douglas, Robert Saleh, the coaching staff, even the scouts, they're all in sync. You see the scout making the call to Max Mitchell. I mean, that was awesome. They're all in sync. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone knows what they need to do to build this team. Joe Douglas, Robert Saleh's philosophies, they align with each other. It's awesome. It's an awesome, awesome time to be a Jets fan. I hope you guys are as excited about the draft as I was. We're not going to stop talking about the draft at this video. We're going to get more into it. I've got way too many ideas and excitements to share about this. It's a big fucking deal. It's a big fucking deal. So anyway, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you like this team, if you like these videos, and we will be back shortly to get more into the draft. Until then, go Jets. I am out.